I fired 2 shots into the door. I didn't have a choice. Something was trying to get in. It started back in 2015. We found a beautiful rental home. The price was reasonable, maybe too reasonable. The elderly couple insisted on covering the fees for a high-end security system. They said it was just in case of emergency. Months went by perfectly, until one night, my daughter ran to our bed screaming about a shadow outside. The security system tripped, window sensor, but when I checked, the window was sealed shut. No one was there. 2 days later, we were out for dinner. My phone alerted me, motion detected, living room. I checked the camera feed. A dark shadow walked slowly behind our couch and vanished. The police found nothing. My wife thought I was crazy, thought an intruder just slipped past the sensors. I knew what I saw. Then it happened again. My daughter screaming, "He's going to get me." The door was locked. I kicked it in. She was cowering in the corner. She said her teddy bear moved. Then a shadow walked toward her. We barricaded ourselves in the master bedroom. The security company called. Motion downstairs. Someone was in the house with us. I switched to night vision. A silhouette of a man was pacing back and forth in our living room. I grabbed my gun. My wife begged me not to leave. Then the bedroom door started shaking violently. I told them to cover their ears. I fired 2 shots. The shaking stopped. The police arrived. They found nothing. No intruder, no footprints. They didn't believe us. We moved out the next day. The elderly landlord didn't even seem surprised. He refused payment for the damage. As we left, he said something I'll never forget. "This is the 3rd time this has happened this year. I wonder what is so bad about this house." They say security cameras don't lie, but after what I saw in the footage, I wish they did. I wish I was just crazy. I work at a massive warehouse store. Imagine a giant square box. Front lanes at the entrance, electronics at the very back, dead silent at night. 2 nights ago, we were short-staffed. 45 minutes to close, I took a cart of Apple products to the back stockroom. As soon as I unlocked that door, the air felt heavy. I rushed back to the floor. Suddenly, the service button goes off. Service needed in electronics. I was right there. No one was around. I cleared it. 2 seconds later, it goes off again. Who is responding? I spun around. Impossible. I would have seen them run away. 10 minutes to close. I saw a guest in the toy aisle staring at board games. Back turned to me. I told him we were closing. He just mumbled and didn't look up. 5 minutes left. An Apple display alarm screams. I run over. Nobody there. I check toys again. That same man is standing in the exact same spot. He raised a hand, didn't turn around, and walked off. I followed him to make sure he left. Midnight hit. Store closed. I was walking out when I saw him again, deep in the store. "Sir," I yelled, sprinting after him. He vanished around a corner. Alarms triggered again. I ran back and found a mountain of toys smashed on the floor, but no man. I panicked and ran to my team lead. The next day, security called me in. They played the tape. My blood turned to ice. The man wasn't there. The footage showed me talking to thin air. It showed me pressing the buttons. And it showed me destroying the toy aisle. I heard the most gut gut-wrenching sound of my life, a loud, unending scream that didn't echo. For 3 summers, I worked in an old county hospital my buddy's uncle owned. It was the worst time of my life. Before I officially started, me, my buddy Chris, and my brother Luke spent a couple of nights there to test the waters. We set up base camp on the 3rd floor in a day room, just an open space where patients used to hang out. The 3rd floor was a medical ward. It had one of the thickest doors I've ever seen, 4 inches of steel, deadbolts, and an observation window. Around 11 p.m., we heard a tapping noise, like metal opening and closing. Luke looked at us and said, "Guys, I can't do this. I want to go." We escorted him down to the car so he could sleep there. The guard dog, a German Shepherd, was on duty outside. Back upstairs, Chris fell asleep instantly, but I couldn't. I heard the dog's nails on the cement 3 stories down until he started growling. My heart hammered. I peered out the window. The dog was looking straight up at me and growling. I kicked Chris awake. He just mumbled that it was normal and told me to go back to bed. I thought I was going to die, but I crawled back in. I dozed off for 10 minutes. Then I woke up. It was 12:30 when the screaming started. It wasn't an animal. Midway through, it screamed words. "Oh fuck, please stop." Then, silence. My fingers were trembling around my knife. I tried to call out to Chris, but I couldn't move. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. As soon as daylight broke, we packed. Chris hadn't heard a thing. But Luke, he had a weird night too. He said he saw shadows moving around the building all night. Every time he turned the car lights on to check, they were gone. He just closed his eyes and prayed for morning. I have no clue why I kept working there, but if you want to hear more creepy moments from that hospital, let me know.